Hello everyone, this is Nintendo Samurai. It's been quite some time and I've decided to do post commentary for the rest of this Galaxy series that I've recorded so far, due to the fact that it's probably irrelevant what I said in my previous commentary. Now anyways, at this point in time, we can see that I have just collected the 60th star. Now, it's going to be slightly surprising to me what I do, because I, for the life of me, can't really remember what I did. I kind of figured I'd said, wait, what did I do next? Maybe I should have watched this prior to find out. Probably do that for the rest of them. But, anyways, alright, I'm going to go find Luigi. I think I wanted to do the green star stuff first, but I can't quite remember. So, anyways, this is all pre-recorded. This has been recorded since I was in Alberta. I haven't recorded anything since because I just never really had the setup, and then when I did have the setup, I didn't have the room for the rest of the setup. So I guess at this point in time I'm going to go find Luigi, get the next green star. I think that's a green star on here, but I can't quite remember. Anyways, so I've just kind of been lazy a little bit lately. I haven't really gotten anything up, and I feel really bad about that. So I'm really hoping that I can get more done, and this is the first time in a while that I've actually gotten off my ass and done something about this in the last couple of months, I'd say. It's been a little bit too long, to be frank. But I'm sure that with this, I'll probably end up doing better quality commentary. Maybe not this particular episode, it's kind of an update. Oh, I hate the bee suit. Worst, absolute worst possible suit they could have given Mario in any game is the bee suit. Doesn't have enough up or anything. It's just, it sucks, it really does. Anyways, I've already ranted about this, I'm sure, in other episodes. Oh, I'm dead. Whee! No, not quite. Oh, I've actually watched myself play this. Oh boy. So, anyways, right now I'm living at home at my parents' place. I'm trying my best to actually get a job, but it is no easy task. Because in Alberta there was lots of jobs, and here there really isn't. So, I've been trying to avoid going back to security for the time being, because I didn't really want to get into the same thing. It wasn't a bad job, it was just kind of a rut. But at this point in time, I'm actually considering more and more going back to it, because it gave me a steady paycheck with constant hours, and it was easy enough work to do. So I think I'm actually going to go back to doing security once more, just to get some money coming, because right now EI has, from what I can tell, canceled my claims, because I had a job at Staples for about a month, but I'd asked for full-time. They only gave me part-time to begin with, and then they started to cut my hours significantly to the point that I wasn't making anything. So I basically said, I'm sorry, I can't stay and work here if I'm not going to get any money. I need to go and look for more work. So that's what's going on with that. And no, it's a regular power star. Shit. So. Shut up, Luigi. So anyway, so that's kind of what's happening with me, is I had a job that was supposed to have been full-time like I had requested, but it wasn't, and then when I quit, EI's like, well, why'd you quit? Well, because they were shorting me on hours. It wasn't worth it for me to drive half an hour one way just to get to work across what would eventually become an icy death trap in winter. And so I said that basically exactly that. I quit for that reason. Now, on the other hand, I've been working with my dad a little bit here and there to at least pay the bills, because I know they're not going to give me any frickin' money. Oh, I guess I already got all the green stars. So, yeah, that's what's happening. But if I go back to doing security, then at least I can get some money living on my own in the city. But, alas, that'll be a little bit anyways. I will give you an update on my sister right now, as we go into the first Green Star Galaxy. Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. I actually kind of like this one. Bit of a challenging one to do, but I liked it. So, my younger sister Amy is doing just fine. She's sort of almost like her old self again, except a lot more rude, you could say. A lot of that is due to the brain damage from her accident. And the only reason I say that, I'm not saying that to be rude, it's true. And it's because she, with the brain damage, she has lost a lot of the, how to put it? The functions that everyone else would have in how they speak. Like, she's just, there's no filter on her mouth right now. Like, she'll say whatever she wants to say, and she usually means it. It's very, like, she just says what she means. She doesn't say anything else differently, right? So there's no filter. So she says everything, true or not, usually true to herself. So, but in doing so, partly that she's become a little bitch. She's very rude to everyone with that, because she doesn't say, like, she says everything as said. So if it's true, but it's a painful truth, she'll say it. If it's something that's rude and it's true, she'll say it. It really doesn't matter to her. So, but otherwise she is progressing well. She's got better vision than she had when I last talked about her. She's using prism lenses to help correct her eyes, because she's actually using corrective lenses, not just glasses to help her keep her vision the way it is. And her vocal stuff is going well. She's taking music lessons right now. Oh, geez, I almost got a little off there. And so that's helping her get her tone back. Because before she was just talking like this all the time. But with her tone coming back like that, it's actually a lot better. And she actually has started doing some volunteer work at a local store, Family Foods, which is, you know, like a Safeway or whatever. It uses Safeway brand stuff a lot, so that's why I compare it to that. So she's very happy to be getting back into doing that, because she really, really, really wanted to feel like she was doing something, like she was accomplishing something, whereas before she just didn't feel like she was, because she was just sitting at home with a caretaker, who, by all rights, sometimes doesn't need to be here because she's fairly self-sufficient, but Amy thinks that a lot more than anyone else, and the only reason for that is because she wants to move out, and she wants to prove herself capable of moving out. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon, because of what's going on, right? She just can't fend for herself. She constantly misplaces things and stuff like that. So she's still learning. She really wants to get out, but she's still learning. But all in all, she's doing all right, and that was actually a one-shot for that one. That was pretty impressive for me. Oh, why did it bring me back here? It only does this when there's a special cutscene. Don't tell me it's because I completed the galaxy. Oh wait, no, never mind. This isn't inside of a dome, so of course it's possibly not a special cutscene. Yeah, there we go. Now for my other sisters. Well, my older sister Amanda, I think I mentioned that she's in England. Not only does she have her little boy Odin, but she's got another one on the way, actually. She's got another bun in the oven, so to speak. So it's really awesome to think that I'm going to have another possible niece or nephew, depending, on the way. And she's coming back for Christmas so that she can come to my other older sister's wedding this January. So that's pretty awesome. I've got 3 sisters, if you can't tell. I think I mentioned that before. And I said, one is getting married in January, the other one's already married, has 1 kid, another one on the way in England, so they're both doing fine. So yeah, I guess that's an update in that sense. Jesus, there's really not much more to say about my life over here. I mean, I upgraded my computer again. Specs are, it's a, I think I already told you about the power supply before. It's an 850 watt modular power supply by Antec. Very nice power supply, works really well. I also upgraded the motherboard, CPU, and gave myself another graphics card. The motherboard is a Asus? Yeah, it's Asus. Sabertooth 990FX version 2.0. And it's got a 4 gigahertz AMD FX CPU, which is actually on par or similar to the i7 core, except much cheaper. And I prefer cheaper because, frankly, the only reason I don't have the i7 core is because I don't want to pay double for a computer. But it's an 8-core, so it's a beautiful, beautiful setup now. And I got the exact same graphics card I had before and gave myself a dual graphics card setup, which is pretty awesome. So basically I've got two HIS HD 7870 GHz edition graphics cards. The Ice Q edition ones. Beautiful graphics cards, by the way. So with all that as my upgrade, I've also got a solid state drive, but I haven't used it yet because at this point in time I do not have a new operating system that I can install, and I don't want to attempt to use it and fail and then have used a solid state drive for something that is not working 100%. I'd rather wait until I have a new Windows 7 64-bit operating system. I'll probably try to go for Ultimate. I am not ever going to go for Windows 8. At this point in time, Windows 8 is completely useless to me. It is not a practical purpose for anything. So far I'm doing really well on this level, by the way. I'm actually quite surprised. So, anyways, that's my recent upgrade. And otherwise, yeah, I said no work. Things otherwise are going well. So there. Now, I've got, I think, up to 18 episodes recorded of this so far. This is number 12, so there's going to be another 6 after this. I'm going to cut them down, as said, into half episodes. There's one that's going to be a special bonus episode because I really fucked up on a couple of levels, and I have to show how I fixed them. But I kind of wanted to show how I got them in the first place. I might speed up those parts anyways, just because you're going to be seeing it twice. What's the point? But I would still like you to see the original screw-up and then the fix that I did. So, anyways, that's what's going to be happening in the in the near future, not the recent future. It hasn't happened yet. Hold on, what the fuck I was talking about there. Now that I've gotten all of those flawlessly, prepare for some failure. I know I failed quite a bit in this part. I don't know how much I'm going to get in for this one in this video, but I fail a decent amount because of the fact that there's missiles, bombs, and you have to go fast. So we'll see how I do. I really do love this galaxy. I prefer it over the other ones with the bubble just because it takes precision, but it's not stupid. This part here is kind of stupid because, as you can see, I'm being chased by a bullet bill. It is not really a regular bullet bill, it's a seeking bullet bill, and I can't really slow down, but I can't go too fast because otherwise I'll hit the electrical barriers, and there's no way to get into a bubble again. It's not like when you're doing the pole star stuff, you get hit by something, oh no, you're falling, but if you grab the pole star again, you're good. Now the good thing about this is if you're fast enough, they will sometimes hit other things because they'll follow you in a direct line. They won't follow you the exact path you took. So if you went around those objects quick enough, they'll hit them, as you could probably have heard a few times already. They'll hit them instead of hitting you. Like if I go past these and they're at the perfect angle, it's not going to chase me properly. But I think you can actually get your bubble pinched in some of these points, the pinch points, and that you can actually lose your bubble due to that. So you got to be very careful. I can't remember if I actually made it past this point properly now, or if I really screwed up. I think here I kind of slowed down just a little bit, and then they started to chase me like crazy. Yep, I screwed up. There we go. I was expecting that. But I made it pretty far on my second run, which is actually kind of impressive. I can't remember if I make it this run or not, but it looks like I'm closing in on my end time for this episode. I'm trying to do them at 15-minute intervals. If I have one that's a 40-minute thing, I'm going to make them 20 minutes just because I don't want to make it 15, 15, and 10. I'd rather do it 20 minutes, where it's 5 minutes extra an episode instead of one extra episode. Oh, there we go. There's another screw up. That was just a stupid one. I was going too fast. So, now in the next episode, I'm going to recap the next part of this episode. I'm going to recap the last 10 seconds or whatever of this one. So you're not going to miss anything. But you're just going to have to make sure you remember exactly what happened in this one. Same thing with all the ones in the future. Well, and in the next 35 seconds or so, this episode's going to be done, so I'm going to recap here. We got a Green Star Galaxy done, and we're working on the next one. I just keep dying on that, and we'll continue and complete that in the next one. And I don't remember about the water slide one, whether I do that now or after. I think I try to do it now, but I do know that there are some photos. But this has been Nintendo Samurai, and I will see you in the next one.